Welcome to From Rumi's Fihi Discourses 51 to 52 and 55, Part 2 of 2, on Words of Wisdom. Maulana Jalaluddin Muhammad Balkhi Rumi, vegetarian, known simply as Maulana in Persian and around the world as Rumi, was a poetic genius, a theologian, and an enlightened master who graced our planet 8 centuries ago. The deep and diverse influence of his legacy remains and continues to awaken the hearts of many, transcending all cultural boundaries. His prolific work has been translated into many languages. The venerated Master Rumi was heir to the rich literary and cultural heritage of Persia or ancient Iran, and composed his great mystical poems in the Persian language. He was born in the city of Balkh, which was part of the Persian Empire that is today found in Afghanistan. He lived and worked for most of his life under the Seljuk Empire, passing from this world in the city of Konya, which is in present-day Turkey. Fihi, which translates to "It is what it is Rumi's most famous prose work. It is a collection of 71 discourses on various topics related to daily living. As with all his other works, it offers his great wisdom and insights. We now invite you to listen to Rumi's teachings from the Fihi Discourses 51, 52, and 55. Discourse 51. Rumi said, "Until you see, how can you find? This is true for all but lovers. For how can they seek the beloved, being blind, until they have discovered?" The human quest consists of seeking for what has not yet been found. Night and day, people are searching for that. But the quest that begins after our desire has been found and attained, that is a strange quest indeed, beyond our imagination and comprehension. The worldly quest is searching for something new, something not yet experienced. But this other quest begins with what we have already found and then desire. This is God's quest, for God is the finder. Oh friend, so long as you thirst for what is created in time, you are far from your goal. But once your quest passes away into God's quest and His quest overrides your own, then you have been found. Then you can truly seek. Discourse 52. Rumi was asked the meaning of the following lines. When love attains its ultimate goal, desire turns to dislike. Rumi explained, dislike is a narrow world compared to friendship. That is why people run from hatred to find friendship. But the world of friendship is itself narrow next to the source of both friendship and dislike. Friendship and enmity, unbelief and faith, these are all opposites that lead to duality. Yet a world exists where there is no duality, but only pure unity. And when we reach that world, we are beyond friendship and dislike. There is no room for two in that world. When we arrive there, we leave duality behind. The world of freedom we loved and struggled for is narrow next to that state where no opposites exist. Therefore, we no longer desire it and are repulsed by it. The world of imagination is greater than facts and concepts, for all concepts are born of imagination. Yet, imagination itself is narrow compared to that world from which imagination is born. This is the limit of explanations, for that reality cannot be made known by words and expressions. Someone asked, "Then, what is the use of expressions and words?" Rumi answered, "Words set you searching. They are not the objects of your quest. If that were the case, there would be no need for all this spiritual struggle and self-sacrifice. Words are like glimpsing something far away. You follow in its trail to see it better, but this doesn't mean the trail is what you are seeking. Speech is inwardly the same. It excites you to seek the meaning, even though the words are never the reality." The other day someone said, "I have studied many sciences and mastered many ideas, Yet I still do not know what essence in the human being exists forever. I have searched, but I have not discovered it. If such things were knowable through words alone, you would never need to pass away from yourself and suffer such pains. But if you did not endure the struggle of losing your temporary self, how could you ever know that essence which will remain? When heaven is rent asunder, and when earth is shaken with a mighty shaking, are references to yourself. They mean that you have experienced the pleasure of being gathered together, but the day is coming when you will experience the pleasure of being torn apart. Then you will behold the expanse of the other world and be delivered from this present narrowness. Similarly, children are swaddled and put to rest in a cradle, and they are perfectly at ease with their hands bound. But if a grown person were cribbed in a cradle, it would be torment and prison. Discourse 55. Someone said, Qadi-ud-Din sends his greetings and always speaks of you in the most approving terms. Rumi answered, Whoever remembers us and speaks as well, long may the world of their high merit tell. When people speak well of others, those good words reflect back on themselves, and in the end, they are praising and applauding their own essence. Those who cultivate the habit of speaking well of others are like gardeners who plant flowers and aromatic herbs around their houses. Wherever they look out, they see a beautiful display and are always in paradise. Whenever we speak well of another, that person becomes our friend. When we remember them, we remember a friend. And thinking of a friend is like being near flowers and aromatic herbs. It is refreshment and repose. But when we speak ill of others, those people become repulsive in our eyes. When we think of them, or their image even enters our thoughts, it is the same as snakes or scorpions, thorns or thistles appearing before us. Since you can have flowers, aromatic herbs, and the metals of Iran, why do you choose to walk among the brambles and thorns? Think well of everyone so that you always dwell amongst the fields and meadows. Once you become the enemy of everyone, the images of your foes surround you day and night like scorpions and snakes. This is why the saints have love for all people and think well of whomever they meet, not for the sake of others, but solely for themselves. Since, in this world, no one can escape talking about other people or encountering their images, the saints struggle to hold everything in their mind and memory in an amiable and positive light, so that hateful images will not block their way. So, whatever you say of others returns to yourself. Muhammad said, Whoever does good, it is to their own gain, and whoever does evil, it is to their own loss. And whoever does an atom's weight of good shall see it, and whoever does an atom's weight of evil shall see it. For more information, please visit rumisite.com.
The best way to reduce the suffering of farm animals is also the best way to improve your own health. It's a plant-based diet. It's that simple. Gene Stone Vegan.
Charming viewers, thank you for being with us today for Words of Wisdom.